Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're with Alex, Senior Account Executive at GDMFX. This is today's European session outlook. We will start with the North American markets. The Non-Farm Payrolls came out with a positive reading of 65,000, better than expected. The increase in hiring last month, the biggest since December, was widespread and bodes well for the economy in the months ahead. High-tech firms, healthcare providers, hotels, home builders, and retailers all added workers. Only the energy industry, coping with lower energy prices, lower oil prices, shed employees. The unemployment rate came out at 0.1%, worse than expected at 5.5%. All this sent the USD Japanese yen to a 13-year high with an 11 points upward movement. We also had Fed's Dudley speech. Dudley said he has grown more uncertain about the growth outlook as the expected sharp rebound in the second quarter has failed to materialize. Current data suggests that the rebound has been relatively muted, and he also said that the fundamentals for consumer spending are not as strong as they were at the beginning of the year, he added. In Canada, we had the unemployment rate coming out as expected at 6.8%, and the net change in employment 48.9 thousand, better than expected. Onto the EU markets. Earlier today, the German industrial production came out 1.5% higher than previous, and the trade balance 2.7 billion higher than previous. On Friday, the EURUSD went down 90 pips and had a range of 230. The DAX 70 points down, the CAC 40 20 points down. Tomorrow, we expect the Swiss unemployment rate and the EU gross domestic product. Onto the UK markets. The pound had its biggest losing run against the euro since the beginning of May, as German bonds sell-off gave strength to the euro. The sterling also lost ground against the dollar after the Non-Farm Payrolls report showed that the US added more jobs in the non-farm sector. The overall loss against the euro was 1.3% for the week and 0.6% on Friday versus the greenback. The consumer inflation expectations came out at 2.2%, which is 0.3% higher than the previous reading. The FTSE 100 gained 8 points on Friday and closed at 6,810. The 10-year gilt yields were at 2.08% on Friday. Today we expect the inflation report hearings. Onto the Asian markets. The Japanese gross domestic product quarter on quarter came out 0.4% higher than previous at 1%. The iron ore imports by China contracted in May from April. The same happened a year earlier. This is highlighting demand in the largest buyer as policymakers seek to shift the economy away from investment-led growth. The biggest mover was New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar, 14 points down. For commodities, gold hit an 11-week low on Friday, heading for a third straight weekly slide as the dollar extended its gains after the better than expected US employment data. Oil prices also fell on Friday. OPEC decided to keep the production at the same pace in a meeting held on Friday. Gold had a range of almost $16, trading at 1,172.88 cents now. Ended on a negative trend. Silver had a range of 22 cents at 16.10 now. Crude oil had $2.60 range at 58.68 now. Natural gas is trading at 2.61 at the moment with a range of only 8 cents. Thank you everybody. This was Alex, Senior Account Executive at GDMFX. Until next time, goodbye.